Hi guys! Welcome back to this history channel. I'm Yangchen and today I'm going to be doing a short video presentation on the topic International Relations and His Majesty's Illness and Death. Bhutan's self-imposed isolation for a century protected its independence and sovereignty from the rest of the world. Modernization and development, however, required a greater contact with the outside world. His Majesty Druk Gyalpo foresaw the inherent danger that the country would face if it remained in isolation. So His Majesty decided to end the age-old policy of isolation and opened the kingdom's door to the rest of the world, bringing the country into international mainstream. The visit of Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru in 1958 not only set a motion plan development in the country but also constituted an important landmark in the history of Bhutan's international relations. The first state visit by the head of another country to Bhutan, PM Nehru was accompanied by his daughter Indira Gandhi and some of the senior Indian officials. Traveled from Gangtok through Chumbi Valley in Tibet to Ha and finally over Jalila to Paro. Addressing a large public honor on the grounds of Uglanpali Palace, the Prime Minister declared, "Some may think that since India is a great and powerful country and Bhutan a small one, the former might wish to exercise pressure on Bhutan. It is therefore essential that I make it clear to you that our only wish is that you should remain an independent country, choosing your own way of life and taking the path of progress according to your will. At the same time, we two should live with a mutual goodwill. We are the members of the same Himalayan family and should live as friendly neighbors helping each other. Freedom of Bhutan and India should be safeguarded so that none from outside can do harm to it." This historic visit resulted in a very close friendship between the two leaders. This close friendship between the leaders was in turn emulated by their respective successors. Indira Gandhi made her second visit to Bhutan in 1968, but this time as the Prime Minister of India. She noted that when she first came to Bhutan with her father in 1958, the journey which took her 6 days is now able to make in 6 hours. This was an indication of the process that Bhutan had achieved within a span of only 10 years. In Bhutan, she inaugurated the new Princeling Temple Highway and laid the foundation stone of Indian Embassy Complex in Thimphu. It was only in 1967 that Bhutan permitted the opening resident Indian mission in Thimphu. In 1970, Bhutan instituted the Department of Foreign Affairs, which was upgraded to a ministry in 1972, with Chedrul Lempo Tawat as a foreign minister. The Royal Bhutan Mission was established at New Delhi in 1971. The same year, President V.V. Giri of India made a state visit to the kingdom, marking the first ever visit by a foreign head of the state. In 1962, the year after launching the first 5-year plan, Bhutan joined the Colombo Plan, thus becoming an international organization for the first time. In 1969, the same year that the reconstruction of the Chisholm was completed, the kingdom became the member of Universal Postal Union. In the meantime, Druk Gyalpo under strong pressure from the National Assembly since 1966 began the campaign for Bhutan's membership in the United Nations. In 1970, a Buddhist delegation led by His Royal Highness Prince Wangchuck attended the United Nations Assembly as an observer. It was in September 21, 1971 that the United Nations Security Council unanimously approved the candidature of Bhutan for the membership in the World Party. India sponsored Bhutan's membership in many of the international organizations, including the United Nations. Bhutan became a full member of the United Nations and opened its permanent mission in New York, addressing the National Assembly of Bhutan occasion of his. Since the late 1960s, His Majesty's state of health has been a public concern in Bhutan. On July 21, 1972, exactly 10 months after Bhutan's admission in UNO, His Majesty passed away in Kenya, 1,000 miles away from his people and his kingdom. He was only 44 years old then, and Bhutan had suffered an unbearable loss of the untimely death of the monarch who had achieved so much for the country and greatly loved by the people. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe to this history channel and like the video. Bye guys.